Hello, once more, everyone. Welcome back to my Week 14 NFL predictions here this Tuesday afternoon. We'll be getting right into that here in a moment. Again, after a while, Week 13, where we went 4-3, we get a record of 50-42. So that our record's looking up. It's 50-42. So that I'm pretty happy. We've got 5 weeks left. We're about to get into it with our predictions today. Starting with our Thursday night game, let's get right on into our predictions for Week 14 right now on our NFL prediction videos. Okay, guys. Welcome back. First game, Thursday night. Gonna be between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are coming off a loss where they lost to Detroit on Sunday on the road. Detroit got their first win in like 15 games. It was a year to date almost that they've last won a game. Pittsburgh on the other hand, coming off winning against division rival, the first place Baltimore Ravens in the AFC North. This game's gonna be interesting to see on Thursday night. Personally, the Vikings at home, they're basically, I believe they're in a number seven seed in the NFC at the moment, but don't quote me there. I might be wrong that after they lost. But overall, the AFC North, Pittsburgh needs a win to stay alive in the division race. Because Baltimore's a good team, and they're going to have Baltimore's running this division in the AFC North. Meanwhile, in the NFC North, we have the Packers, who are in first, and the Vikings are behind them a bit. But, overall, I'm going to pick Pittsburgh in this one on the road against Minnesota and Kirk Cousins. I don't know if Minnesota and Kirk Cousins are going to get a win, but I like Pittsburgh in this matchup because the Steelers are a good team, guys. And so I'm taking Pittsburgh on Thursday night, which leads us into our Sunday afternoon slate. We have, I believe we have 3 games in the Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock hour that we're predicting. First one we're doing is in Kansas City between my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes against the Las Vegas Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr coming in to this one. And honestly, earlier this year, Chiefs lost on the road, won on the road just a few weeks ago against Las Vegas. Now they're getting them at home on Sunday afternoon. Honestly, I think the Chiefs have, in the last few weeks, won 5 straight. They found a way to win. And, they're going to look to finish out their season strong. I think this team in Kansas City is going to be real good to beat. Real good to watch over the next 5 weeks. Sorry about that. I've had some bad allergies in the last week and coughing a lot. So don't worry if I lose my voice. I'm going to try not to, though, over the next couple minutes. And, Kansas City has tons of weapons to win. Las Vegas, though, they have Derek Carr, and he lost tons of weapons in the last several weeks. And that's why I'm going to take Kansas City to win this game and go 2-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders for the season. I'm going with my favorite team. And I know, like I said a few weeks ago, I don't want to pick favorites and pick my favorite team to win every time, but I will have to because they're a good team, potentially in the future. So let's go with the Chiefs on Sunday. Next, we're going to go to Cleveland. We have AFC North battle between the Ravens and Lamar Jackson against Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, I've seen, have played better over the last couple of weeks, guys, and, being a better team. They're just starting to get back to that level where they can be a good team. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore, though, they slipped up against Pittsburgh as a first-place team. Overall, I don't know what the faith is or who's going to win this matchup. I like Baltimore in this matchup, though, on the road as a first-place team against Cleveland. Baker Mayfield has had issues with his team. He's missed a few games with injuries and more. I think it's a matter of time before Cleveland just completely falls apart and falls to the bottom of the AFC North like they are now. which they are at the bottom. I have to see. I think it's going to be a few weeks before you can count them out. So I'm going to pick Baltimore in this one on the road. Do I think Cleveland can get an upset in Baltimore? Upset the Ravens at home? Yes, I do. But I like Baltimore and Lamar Jackson better in this matchup. Our next matchup, we're going to Washington with our Washington football team. And Taylor Heineke, backup quarterback, playing for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Got a win in Vegas 17-15 on Sunday against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, who won in New Orleans on Thursday last week. Now, guys, this is a team, Washington football team, that I set up last week. Even though I predicted them to lose to Las Vegas, I did say Washington over their next 5 games. They have 2 against Dallas, 2 against Philadelphia. For the next 5, starting this week, in week 14, they have a chance. Washington has a chance to maybe control their own destiny and be a winning team and maybe win the division like they did last year at 7-9. But at 6-6, I think they have a chance. And playing at home in this first matchup against the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, I think they get a good chance. But Dallas is a good team. They have tons of weapons with Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Gallup, and all those guys, all those many weapons on offense. Washington is Taylor Heineke. I don't really know who else is around him to play in Washington. But I do like Washington. I do like Dallas in this matchup, though. But I'm going to pick Washington and go with the upset. I didn't expect them to win against Las Vegas, and I picked Las Vegas to win last week on Sunday just a few days ago, and Washington surprised me and won 17-15. But I'm going to pick Washington to get an upset. Even though I don't think it's going to happen, I think they have a chance to upset, and I'm going to pick them for that reason. But I don't think it's going to happen, though. So Washington's my pick as well. Brings us to our our first game, late afternoon on Sunday in Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen just lost to New England last night. They got their 9th win, went 8-4. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady in Tampa on Sunday afternoon. This game's at like 3:25, I believe. Now, this game is going to be an interesting game to watch. Buffalo was a team that won the AFC East in the last year after Tom Brady left New England, but this year we're seeing Mac Jones and the New England Patriots do everything they can in their power to win the games like they did last night. Overall, this is going to be a good matchup as well. Tom Brady has so much weapons. Antonio Brown's currently suspended, out for 2 more games, I think. But, overall, guys, I think Tampa Bay and Buffalo are 2 teams that are going to be interesting to watch the rest of the way. Tampa Bay looks like they're going to win their division no matter what happens, no matter what the NFC East South throws at them. They still have the Saints, though. That's going to be the one team they're going to struggle against. But if they're at home this year, unlike last year, I think they win. Overall, the Bills and Josh Allen, they have a good team too, though. And I want to say this: Buffalo, I think, is a good team with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, everyone around him. Honestly, on the road, we know Tom Brady's record. He completely destroys Buffalo every chance he gets, and I think that continues on Sunday with a Tampa Bay win. So, Tampa Bay, I think, gets the win on Sunday against the Bills and Josh Allen. Brings us to our Sunday night game in Green Bay between the Chicago Bears from Chicago, Illinois, where I am located in the Chicago area, and the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. The one major question I think going into this game on Sunday night for the Bears is going to be, is Justin Fields going to start? Rookie quarterback Justin Fields going to start. The Bears, we know this. They lost to Green Bay earlier this year in Chicago by an Aaron Rodgers comeback as the Packers came back and won. This time Justin Fields, if he does play on Sunday night on the road in Green Bay, hostile environment, you're going to have a lot of Packers fans there being loud, cheering against you. Bears, on the other hand, Packers, on the other hand, they have Aaron Rodgers. They're coming off a bye week. They're looking to get their 10th win. We saw Arizona get their 10th win last week and are number 1 seed right now. Surprising, I picked Arizona to be the number 7 seed. Wait till you see my prediction for Arizona and Los Angeles Rams in a moment after this game. That's on Sunday night. But overall, Justin Fields, I don't think he can do it himself. He needs David Montgomery. David Montgomery and the running backs. Needs his receivers to be there. The Bears, I don't know much of the wide receiver core this year. They're not very good. They're 4-8. Packers on the hand 9-3. I think it's going to be one of those things, like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were with Justin Fields. His first few years started, he's not going to do good. His second year, he's going to lead them to the NFC title game. Third year, he's going to lead them to a Super Bowl title. That's not what happened to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but Mahomes didn't start until year number 2. So, and that was wrong. And who knows? Maybe Justin Fields can surprise people next year. The only chance the Bears have at the playoffs is winning their next 5. They need to win out. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Green Bay gets a big win on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, going with the home team a lot this week. Last week we went with the road team like 3 or 5 times out of the 7 games we picked last week. This one we're going with a lot of the home team. Seeing them. Wait till you see. So far the Packers are the 4th home team we're picking this week in week 14. With that, we're going to go to our Monday night game in the desert. State Farm Stadium. Between the Rams, Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray, and Arizona Cardinals. Coming in 10-2, Arizona. First place team. Just beat the Bears Sunday. What do I think about this matchup? This one's going to be an interesting matchup. And I like this matchup for some reason. Because earlier this year when these two teams met in Los Angeles, I predicted the Rams to win that game against Arizona. And I was wrong. You get what you get. You pick the road team. You pick the home team to win the game against their division rivals. And their division rivals are the team that has 10 wins. They're playing on the road this time around. So does that mean if I pick Arizona, does that mean the Rams are going to upset them in Arizona, in the desert? I have no idea what to think. I have no idea who I'm going to pick. I was going to pick Arizona in this matchup, but now I'm thinking I need to pick the Rams on the road because, if I pick the home team, the road team's going to win the matchup, just like last time around. But I figure if I pick the Rams to win on the road in Arizona, who knows? We'll see. I'm one on this matchup. I'm 0-1 on the year picking it. So, overall. So, I'm going to give them my best. And I'm going to pick Arizona at home and Kyler Murray and the Cardinals at 10-2. Continue their dominance in the NFC and getting the number 1 seed at most. They have a chance to clinch it in the next few weeks. I think they win on Sunday. Go to 11-2. Be the first NFL team to 11 wins on the year. So, that being said, Arizona's going to get 11 wins, I think. And with that being said, let's go back, review the picks, why we're picking them. Starting off with the Thursday night game in 2 days from now in Minnesota with the Steelers and the Vikings. And I'm going to pick better off the Steelers on the road in Minnesota against Kirk Cousins because the Vikings, after losing to Detroit on the road, it was 0-10-1. I think the Steelers have a better chance, and I think the Vikings still need to work on some things before they make a chance to run out on the number 7 seed in the playoffs in the NFC. So I'm picking the Steelers on Thursday night. That gets us our first Sunday afternoon game at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time between Derek Carr and the Raiders and the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. My Kansas City Chiefs, my favorite team. Overall, guys, I'm picking Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes because I know Derek Carr has lost tons of weapons this year. I think it would be quite a shocker if Vegas comes into Kansas City and upsets them, but I'm thinking the Chiefs in this one. And that takes us to our second matchup on Sunday afternoon between the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. And overall, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, a first-place team, I think they're a really good team. I think they have a chance to win after losing to Pittsburgh on Sunday, I think the Ravens come in and know how to win again. And I think they beat the Browns on the road at the early game for once on Sunday afternoon. So that's interesting. From there, we go to the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys and all his weapons against Washington. Taylor Heineke, quarterback for Washington. I know Taylor Heineke's a backup to Ryan Fitzpatrick, but Washington, I think, 6-6 over the next 5 weeks, has a chance to play spoiler in the NFC East, just like they did last year at 7-9 and winning the division. I think the Washington football team has a chance to make some moves and maybe get a wild card spot, maybe even win the division. And I think they win on Sunday. From there, we're going to go to Tampa Bay between the Bills and Buccaneers. Josh Allen, Tom Brady, their two teams hook up again. We know Tom Brady's record against Buffalo. Pretty good. He's like an elite against Buffalo. And I think Tom Brady does it again against Buffalo. So, and Josh Allen. From there, we go to Sunday Night Football with the Bears and Packers. Justin Fields, Bears, question mark at quarterback. Justin Fields or not. And then Aaron Rodgers and Packers and all their weapons. Packers have a good team to win. I think the Packers win this one. First, go 2-0 against the Bears. Go to 10. They're second team to win 10 wins. Get 10 wins this year in the NFL. Then last but not least, we're going to our Monday night game in the desert in Arizona between the Rams and the Cardinals. Overall, I like the Arizona Cardinals and I like the Rams. And last time I picked this matchup, I picked the Rams to win at home against Arizona. I was wrong. This time around, I'm going with Arizona against Los Angeles at 10-2. Am I jinxing myself by taking the home team in this matchup again? It's most likely 100. It's most likely 75% yes. I'm jinxing myself picking Arizona against the Rams for Monday night next week. But crazier things can happen. We'll see. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thanks for staying tuned throughout the video, hearing me. I've been having like I said earlier, I've had some issues with allergies last week. Have a little cough going on, so I'm not sick. I just have some allergies bothering me, but hopefully get over it before next Tuesday and our Week 15 predictions right back here. With that being said, you guys know what to do. Please remember to watch, like, subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends to do the same if you've not yet done so already. And please also hit that notification button below so you know when I upload a new video. And with that being said, I will see you next Tuesday for our Week 15 prediction video. Right back here on Tuesday. I'll see you guys in 7 days.